Tiffany, Paige, and welcome to Green with Tiffany. We're here on Dockweiler Beach in Playa del Rey, California for the annual Coastal Cleanup Day. This event has been put on by Heal the Bay for the last 23 years. Did you know that about 6.4 million tons of litter enter our oceans every year? And about 80% of it comes from land. So today we have over 50 cleanup sites of different beaches and inland waterways spanning over 1,500 miles. This is the largest volunteer effort in the world. And I love that it brings community together to help keep our water clean. Are you ready? Let's go do some cleanup. Jonathan Mansk, and he's going to give us a little safety rundown. Tell us about what we need to know.
All right. Well, big safety tips here on the beach while you're picking up trash is to not pick up anything sharp, any kind of medical waste or anything that looks icky that you probably don't want to touch, because we don't need to hurt ourselves as volunteers. Let the Heal the Bay people know, or one of the lifeguards, and we can facilitate cleaning that up. So part of our problem with pollution is the storm drain system throughout LA. Not all of them have a way to filter out the trash as it goes down the drains, and as you see, cigarette butts, any kind of trash that's on the ground anywhere is going right down these drains. It's not being filtered, and it ends up in the LA River and ends up being washed right out into the ocean. So that's what all our volunteers are here today, picking up that trash that gets washed out and ends up on our beaches.
Is there one pesky piece of trash that you just constantly see and we wish we could make it go away?
The worst thing that we have is plastics. Plastics are non-degradable. They break down, but they break down into really tiny little pieces of plastic. And our sea life, birds, fish, sea mammals, they see it and they eat it. And that makes them real sick and they die. We have a problem. Over 1 million animals a year are dying because of our pollution in the ocean.
Oh no, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And this is what we're doing to help alleviate the situation and help out. So as you get your supplies, you can go over to this tent behind us here and you'll get a bucket or a reusable bag.
I brought one.
We're trying to use our reusable bags, not bring our own plastic and make even more trash out here on the beach.
Exactly.
Yes. So they'll give you some things, and then they have a data card. As we pick up our trash, we fill out a data card, which helps Heal the Bay give information to scientists, ecologists, and lawmakers that are helping us find new laws and new ways to stop the pollution that we do have out here.
That is so great. Well, thank you, Jonathan, for the information and for what you do.
Well, thank you.
We're here with the Libra Academy from Marquez High. Oh my gosh, look at this group. They're with the Environmental Club, and this is Ivan. Say your last name. Contreras. And he's going to be speaking for the group today. So what kind of trash did you find out there?
Today our group found some salted boxes and a lot of dirt, toys that are in the beach that could affect other animals. We weren't trying to kill them.
So most of you already turned in your trash, is that right?
Yeah, majority of us there.
What was the number one thing you guys found out there?
A lot of oil and just random little pieces of trash, plastic cups.
Lots of plastic cups. So what do you do at your environmental club?
We just try to help our environment. We're just trying to clean it, make it safe for other people.
Thank you for what you do. Anything you want to say as a group?
Just throw away your trash. Don't be messy.
We're here with Jason from Heal the Bay. Now, I saw you with all these bags of trash. What are you doing with all of that?
I guess we were measuring it to total it up.
And then what do you do with those numbers?
Just keep track of it and divide by how many people were here, and we know how many pounds everybody picked up.
Yeah, I saw that there was 748,000 something pounds last year.
Yes, the overall. There's various sites and up along the coast.
Here is the supply tent where you get a glove, right? You can borrow this glove.
Yes, here's a supply tent. You get one glove per person, one bag per group of 5. You get a data card for that group and a pencil. And then we have refreshments, water, and Kind bars, Neutrogena sunscreen.
Keep up everyone's stamina while they're out there picking up trash.
Yes. I mean, you got to enjoy the day, and it's sunny, it's beautiful, and it's a good cause.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Look how small that is. Look how diligent we were
You guys are fantastic.
in our cleanup effort.
Wow.
Styrofoam was our biggest culprit by far. Yeah. And little tiny pieces of plastic. So, not as many cigarette butts as I expected. Yucky, yuck.
So bad.
So I can't believe people love to use our beautiful beaches, but then they don't love to throw away their trash when they're done. Aluminum foil is recyclable. And one of the biggest culprits you'll find is this guy. This guy, styrofoam. Now what happens to this is it starts to break down in little pieces, and that's what you find the most of on the beach, little tiny pieces of styrofoam. Look who I found. I found Kara Young. She is the coordinator of last year's annual Coastal Cleanup Day. How is it comparison so far from last year?
Well, the Dockweiler site is almost always one of the largest sites in all of LA County. It's hard to guesstimate how many people were here this year, but I'm going to guess it's probably around 1,500 to 2,000.
That's so great. And I saw a lot of trash being picked up.
We pick up a lot of trash in every site. We had last year 58 sites. This year it's probably in the 50s as
I
well.
love that there's a lot of youth here, a lot of high school, even younger are here picking up trash, and they're really into it.
Yeah, they get credit, community hours credit for it.
Of course.
So that's a little bit of it.
Little incentive there.
A little bit of it, but it's really important to get the youth out because they're the ones that can really make the difference. Such a big part of Heal the Bay, it's not just about picking up the trash, it's educating. So if we can educate the youth, then they tend to go home, they get really excited about what they learned, and they go share it to their families, to their to their communities, everybody around them. So that's a really big part of the day.
Very important.
Yeah.
And so what is this data sheet?
This is the data card that the Ocean Conservancy does for International Coastal Cleanup Day. Every site internationally has these. And so it's the exact same data card. You would not believe the boxes of these. We end up having to put these in boxes. We ship it to the Ocean Conservancy. And what they do with this is they track the most common items picked up. So right now, tsunami debris is a really big deal. We haven't really seen much of it in California.
Oh, not yet.
Right, but other sites, that's been a focus to make sure that they tally tsunami debris separately. In California and on most beaches, the most common items are cigarette butts.
Can't believe it still.
Cigarette butts are huge.
And what about little pieces of styrofoam? I find so much of that.
Yeah, that's really hazardous to ocean life because they see it in the ocean and they see it as food because it's floating in the water. The reason you find all the small pieces on the beach is because the beach combers come to make the sand look pretty. And when they comb the sand, it breaks all the pieces of styrofoam down. So when we do cleanups, we always emphasize to people, don't just pick up big trash. Get down there and sift it out. We even have little sifters we take to some of the cleanups to sift out the sand to get the little tiny pieces.
That's a little more involved. I saw somebody that had been doing it for an hour, and their bag was only half full, but it was tons of tiny little pieces of trash.
Yeah, and that seems like so little that you've accomplished, and yet who knows how many fish could have eaten all those little pieces, and birds. Not to get too graphic, but some of the literature that we use at Heal the Bay shows animals with their stomachs cut open so you can see what it looks like, and they just eat way too much of that stuff. So even just getting a little bit of it off the beach today, at least it makes a difference.
It makes a difference. So even those little teeny pieces make a difference. Why do you think so many people just leave their trash on the beach? I mean, I see full-on meals left over on the beach.
Yeah, and that's probably a bigger problem somewhere like Dockweiler because it does have the fire pits, and so people come out here and they kind of camp out and have their full grills and meals. That's about 20% of what you find on the beach actually came from people leaving it on the beach. The other 80% actually comes from inland because the LA County storm drain system drains into the ocean. So every time it rains.
So it's not filtered. There's nothing to block it from going through, some kind of grating.
You will see some storm drains that have some gratings across them, but not very many of them. And the way that it's supposed to work, they're supposed to go and clean those out, but there's just not enough manpower to do it. And so when it rains, it flushes out into the ocean. We tell people do not swim in the ocean 3 days after it rains along the LA coastline here, and also not to swim within 100 yards of storm drains.
Wow, you hear that? That's some good information. Well, thank you for what you do with Heal the Bay.
You're very welcome. It's a great thing to be a part of. I did the Coastal Cleanup Day coordination last year, and then this year was my first time to get to experience it on the ground. And it's amazing. And seeing the coordination at the site to manage this many people is just amazing. And you have to really be grateful to the people, the captains, the volunteers that come out and do this, because it's a lot of work. And anybody that ever wants to volunteer with Heal the Bay, they go to healthebay.org, and you can volunteer to be a speaker, to be a captain of cleanup sites. You can get your school involved, you can get your family involved, so there's a lot of things to do.
Fantastic. So a lot of community effort and a lot of ways you can get involved. So thank you so much. With Elise, I love your shirt. It says "I love the beach." What did you pick up here? What do you have?
Well, I had a lot of stuff and I sacrificed it because I want the beach to be beautiful.
Oh, look at that. She wants the beach to be beautiful. How old are you?
I'm 8.
8? 8 years old, and she wants the beach to be beautiful. Don't we need adults to think that too? We do.
Yes.
What do you have in your bag?
I have seashells.
So after you've picked up your trash, now you have some beautiful seashells.
Yes.
We have to help keep the beach clean for Elise, because she loves the beach. Okay, we're here with some girls from Central City Valley High. This is Samantha, Jasmine, and Yolanda, and they've been picking up trash. I like your bags. Where'd you get those?
They gave it to us.
I need to get some of those. I didn't get that bag. So let's see. Oh my gosh. What was the trash that you found the most of?
Plastics.
Like styrofoam, plastic, wrappers.
Well, you seem to have found quite a bit of trash in there.
It was so dirty. We found mostly a lot of plastics, paper, cigarette butts.
Have you done this before? Is this your first time?
My first time.
Oh,
Before.
you have?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you come every year now?
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's good. It's important, right? To clean up the beach?
It's a lot of fun when you clean with your friends, especially, because then you get company. Like, when you do it by yourself, it's kind of it's pretty boring, but when you do it with friends, it's really cool.
And then you could act really crazy. Like, we were running now, and we almost fell right now. Because we were running from the red ants right now.
We were sand sliding. It was awesome.
Exercise while walking, because you kind of exercise when you walk a lot in the sand since it's hard to walk. So you're actually picking up things and exercising at the same time, which is really good.
What time did you get here?
At 8.
Yeah.
Oh, you were here early.
Yeah, and we're going to leave at 1.
Wow, they're in here for the long haul. Well, we thank you, girls. Thank you for everything that you've done to help collect.
No problem.
Look at the efforts of all these people. Do you know that hundreds of thousands of pounds of trash are picked up at this annual event? And one of the biggest culprits is this guy. This little tiny piece of styrofoam. It breaks down into these little small pieces, and they're hard to find, hard to pick up, and they are our biggest culprit. So you can see that it takes the effort of so many to make this happen. So I've got my bag, picked up my trash, and now we're on our way. Thanks for watching Green with Tiffany.